Hey everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. My wife filed for divorce, admitted to affairs, and now regrets it after I moved on with someone new. My wife, 35, the first 7 years of our marriage were incredible, at least from my perspective. I couldn't have asked for a better wife and mother. However, the last 3 years have been much tougher. We attended numerous counseling sessions, trying to get our marriage back on track, but we never quite succeeded. I planned countless dates and consumed everything I could about improving a marriage. While it helped, there remained a gap between us that I couldn't close. Last year, she blindsided me with a divorce. I deeply loved her and was devastated, trying my best to talk her out of it. She waffled a bit but ultimately insisted on moving forward. I never got a clear answer as to why she filed. I wasn't a perfect husband, I had my faults, but I never cheated, was never abusive, and was a great provider. During the last few years, I was fully committed to saving our marriage. A little over a month after she filed, she was already seeing another guy. A month later, she introduced our kids to him. During the discovery phase of the divorce, she confessed to having multiple affairs, starting around the 7-year mark. One lasted at least a year, though she claimed it amounted to only a handful of encounters. I had no clue she was capable of this. The amount of lying to keep it hidden was incredible. The day I found out was the worst of my life. Fast forward 6 months and nearly $100,000 in lawyer bills later, she decides she wants to reconcile. Mind you, she's still dating the same guy but claims she'll dump him to work on things with me. What caused her change of heart? I suspect it might be because she found out I had started dating someone new, or perhaps she realized how much her financial situation would change without my high income. She says it's because she sees how great a dad I've been. I sat down with her to hear her out. She took responsibility for her mistakes and offered a heartfelt apology, though she partially blamed my behaviors for driving her to it. I understand there are two sides to every story, but I utterly reject the notion that I'm to blame for her cheating. Ultimately, I told her no and moved forward with the divorce, which was finalized a few weeks ago. Since then, she's been relentless in trying to get me to give her another chance, texting almost daily. It's heavy to see someone I cared so much about filled with regret and hurting so badly, but I've held firm. There's just too much damage. I don't think I could ever trust her again. Plus, I have this great new partner who's beautiful inside and out, and she's been incredibly supportive and patient. To clarify, we met well after I was served papers. Writing this out highlights the insanity of it all. Who in their right mind would try to save a marriage like this? I don't love her anymore, but I did for so long. The kids, the co-parenting, I'll never really get away from her. It's hard, and I'm not sure why I'm posting this. Maybe I just need validation that I'm making the right call. Has anyone been through something like this before? Any advice? In the community's responses, someone pointed out that she said she would dump him, but only after I say yes. What part of you or not Plan B does she not understand? I've been tempted to tell the other guy how little she thinks of him, but I'm afraid she'd double down on trying to get back with me. He's older than her, so I find some satisfaction in that. It must be pretty gross. Another person noted that she's selfish and delusional. I should be proud of myself. Someone else reminded me that I've gone through two of life's worst experiences and come out still alive and whole. Why revisit that pain? If she was capable of cheating once, she could do it again. She doesn't want to reconcile for my sake, it's for her selfish reasons. Walk away and don't look back. When she decided to explore other opportunities, she forgot the golden rule: if you play with fire, don't get burned. Now she wants to run back to the safety of my arms because surprise, surprise, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. As for advice, I should keep being the amazing dad I am, cherish my new relationship. If she's drowning in regret, she built that boat and can sail it solo. Now, on to another story. Ever feel like your best friend is eyeing your life like it's the last slice of pizza at a party? Get ready for a timeless tale where envy quickly morphs into betrayal. My husband, 39, and I, 37, have been married for 7 years and have a 5-year-old son. He also has a 9-year-old son from his previous marriage. My best friend, 36, confessed to me that she and my husband had an affair last year that ended around Christmas 2023. I noticed some distance on her part, but she always had valid reasons. Since their affair ended, she confessed to her husband and wanted me to hear it from her instead of him. She's filing for legal separation, and during their long talk, I mistakenly told her about the romantic things he still does for me and how good he is in bed. I thought her relationship was great. I was still in love with him. She said it started in October and was just sex. I know she's been dissatisfied in her own marriage, often considering divorce. She flirted with my husband at a Halloween party and texted him for advice about her marriage. Their texts became inappropriate, leading to them meeting up during the week for sex about 20 times. They ended it around Christmas, feeling guilty. My husband is good-looking and flirty, but I never thought he'd betray me with my best friend. This past weekend my husband was away, and she told me because she wanted me to know before hearing it from him. How considerate of her! I feel empty inside, like all my insides have been ripped out. When I picked them up from the airport, I acted normal, but immediately went to bed to avoid interaction. I'm trying to figure out how to confront him, but I'm worried her husband will contact him. I should reach out, but I feel so nervous it's ridiculous. Later, he tried to initiate sex, but I just couldn't. It's unrealistic to pretend for long. Community responses were insightful. One suggested seeing a lawyer to understand my options. Another pointed out that if he could carry on without suspicion, I should be worried. One advised to get a lawyer, a therapist, and a divorce. If I stay, I'll forever wonder if he's cheating. Someone pointed out how my friend's confession was noble, yet she started the affair at a children's Halloween party. My husband's ability to act normal while betraying me is chilling. It's time to go full detective on his social media and phone records to find any other skeletons hiding there. As I consider my next steps, I realize I need to prioritize my well-being. It's time to make decisions that reflect my worth. Have you ever had a friend betray you like this? What did you do? Update: after the initial shock of my husband's affair with my best friend, I began taking concrete steps to regain control of my life. I scheduled a meeting with a lawyer to understand my rights and options regarding custody and finances. The more I learned, the clearer it became that I needed to protect myself and my son. I also started seeing a therapist who helped me process my feelings of betrayal and grief. It was comforting to talk through the pain and to understand that my emotions were valid. Slowly, I began to focus on rebuilding my self-esteem, reminding myself that I deserve trust and loyalty in a relationship. Meanwhile, my husband continued to act as if everything was normal, which only intensified my resolve to confront him. I decided to approach him directly about the affair. When I finally confronted him, I laid out everything I knew, and his denial was immediate. He tried to minimize the situation, but I stood firm. I made it clear that I wouldn't accept any more lies and that I was moving forward with the divorce. As for my best friend, I had to cut ties. It was painful to lose someone I considered family, but I realized that true friends don't betray you in such a profound way. I blocked her number and distanced myself. My new partner, who came into my life after all this chaos, proved to be a wonderful source of comfort and encouragement. She respected my boundaries and allowed me to heal at my own pace. Reflecting on everything, I felt a mix of anger, sadness, and relief. I was finally reclaiming my life. I reminded myself that I had the strength to navigate this difficult time and that my happiness was worth fighting for. As I looked toward the future, I felt hopeful about new beginnings, both for myself. As I moved further along in the divorce process, I found myself prioritizing my well-being and my son's happiness. I enrolled us in family activities to create positive memories together, such as weekend outings to the park and movie nights at home. It was important for me to show him that despite the upheaval, our lives could still be filled with joy. With the legal aspects settling, I focused on my personal growth. I began exploring hobbies I had long neglected, like painting and yoga. These activities provided me with a sense of peace and helped me channel my emotions creatively. I also reconnected with old friends who rallied around me, offering their support and reminding me of the strength I had within. Despite the pain, I discovered a newfound resilience. Each day felt like a step toward liberation from the past. I learned to embrace self-care, setting boundaries and prioritizing my needs. The therapy sessions proved invaluable, guiding me through moments of doubt and helping me envision a future free from betrayal. Occasionally, I'd hear from my ex-husband, often filled with apologies and pleas to reconsider. Each time, I reminded myself of the hurt he caused and how far I had come. I refused to let guilt sway me. I deserved a partner who would cherish and respect me. I also began to see the bright side of my new relationship. My partner was patient and understanding, allowing me to heal without pressure. Our connection grew stronger as we shared laughs and dreams for the future, creating a fresh start that felt promising. As the divorce was finalized, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. I was ready to embrace this new chapter of my life, one that held the potential for love, happiness, and trust. The journey had been challenging, but it taught me invaluable lessons about resilience, self-worth, and the importance of surrounding myself with genuine people. Reflecting on everything, I was grateful for the strength I discovered within myself. I knew that moving forward wouldn't be without challenges, but I was determined to face them head on, armed with the lessons of the past and the hope of a brighter tomorrow. As time passed, I settled into a new routine. My son adjusted well, and we created a warm, loving environment that felt like home. I focused on building a positive co-parenting relationship. It wasn't always easy, but I was determined to foster an atmosphere of stability. With my new partner, we enjoyed a blossoming relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. She encouraged my growth and celebrated my accomplishments, no matter how small. Our bond deepened, and I felt a sense of safety I hadn't experienced in years. Together, we envisioned a future filled with shared dreams and adventures. Eventually, I began dating again in earnest, this time with a heart open to possibilities. I learned to trust again, carefully allowing myself to be vulnerable. Each date brought laughter and hope, reminding me that life could be beautiful even after heartache. Looking back, I realized that the betrayals I endured led me to this moment of renewal. I had reclaimed my narrative, learned the importance of self-love, and discovered the strength to rise above pain. The journey was long, but it brought me to a place of peace. One evening, as I sat with my son watching the sunset, I felt a deep sense of gratitude. I had emerged from the darkness surrounded by love and support. The future was bright, and I was ready to embrace it, fully aware of the lessons learned along the way. Life had a way of surprising us, and I was excited for whatever came next. In that moment, I understood that moving forward wasn't about forgetting the past, it was about using those experiences to shape a better, stronger version of myself. I smiled, knowing I was on the right path, one filled with hope, love, and endless possibilities. Thanks for tuning in to today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.